What's up, guys? WhoNeedsMeta here with Brandon, who is the co-TO for Midwest Edison Clash taking place near Toledo, Ohio. What's the exact town that it's technically taking place in?
It's Mommy, but really it's just a suburb of Toledo. And hi guys, it's Brandon.
Yeah, I saw it was like South Toledo. Hi. So, how did this
Yep.
event kind of come about? What's the origin of it?
Yeah, so the origin was Konami was beating us in the butts, with going back and forth with all this Time Wizard stuff. Is it Time Wizard? Is it time travel? We have no idea. And frankly, they don't either. And so they were coming off hot, leading up to nationals and trying to take away or like, put Edison in a different light that many of us do not agree with. So we got very emotional in a couple of the retro format Facebook groups. And honestly, if you weren't even in those groups, I'm sure you were raising, hell at your locals or, in your friends' ears about what the heck Konami's doing. But one guy in particular that I've known and met over the years who's actually from my area but moved away. His name is Nick Collins, and he basically goes, "Guys." And he's making a post. I'm trying to rephrase this. Guys, I have a venue to host a big tournament. I don't care what Konami does. But at the end of the day, we are the players, so we have the power to do this. So he basically came to me. He was like, "Hey, Brandon, I need some help," and I was all in from moment one. And a couple others were reached out to, and it would not be possible with the judges that have requested that stood forth and volunteered their time. Some of the vendors, like everything kind of just pieced together naturally as it should, being a very strong Yu-Gi-Oh community. And that's the one thing that always brings my mind back to this game is how great the community is. There's other communities out there that's very, very toxic. Some are very, very loving too. But and Yu-Gi-Oh may not get the best light all the time, but I don't think we go as far beyond talking about the great and nice things that the community does. I mean, at the end of the day, we're pretty wholesome, and especially with the retro format group, like we're all just old heads that love old cards, and it's great. Hope that answers your question.
I think a lot of us are too old to be fighting over a card game. We kind of grew up with the card games on motorcycles jokes. We understand that this is just a game at the end of the day. And it's
Yep.
definitely, community driven. And the fact that this event is community driven and a lot of the events, especially like RBETs and whatnot, are community
Yes.
driven. PPG with like the GOAT stuff. It's very cool to see just us as a group say, hey, this is our game and this is how we're going to handle it, which is really, really cool. And then you actually segued into it talking about, hey, I have this venue. Can you tell us about the venue?
Yeah. So, not a lot of people know what Nick does, so I'm going to disclose this. Sorry, Nick. He's head of a volleyball club, so he teaches, I think it's middle school to high school. Don't quote me if I'm wrong. And he has this really awesome venue that holds approximately 400 people. And obviously, we'll take the nets down and create space, but he has, the table rentals. They're on site already covered. He's got, with his role of running that facility, he's got set up like janitorial staff. He's got connections with the local hotels, the local food truck vendors. So he's already had all these connections with the love of Yu-Gi-Oh in the forefront. And he's really just pulling all the strings together for the people, for the players, to host this grassroots event. And we are so excited for it. This is this is Tuesday of the week before we're going to run this. And I cannot wait. This is actually my first tournament that I'm going to be running. And Nick obviously doesn't know how to really run a tournament either. But we figured it out. We learned the software, we learned the programs, we learned the etiquette. at the end of the day, we're people serving people, and we're going to go above and beyond what it takes. And we've already had so much time in planning and, just talking every single week, coordinating with the pricing, coordinating with the players, getting feedback from the players. We've already done all the steps possible. And I think this is a foundation that we can grow in the future, depending on how this pans out. And I'm excited to announce that we have over 150 pre-registered players for this event.
And yeah, that's not including people you plan on having walk up.
No,
and
that's
register
just people that
yeah.
pre-regged and paid already. And I think
Which
as
is
of today, we either have 1 or 2 slots available for our VIP registrations, and we've had a bunch of people even upgrade their registration from just the normal to the VIP. And we just
as soon as the mat came out, yeah.
Left. Yes, if you could put that up on the screen or show.
I will absolutely, yeah. I will. So tell us about who designed the mats. I'm going to put both of them. They will be on the screen. I'll have both of them on there. So who did the mats for that?
Okay. I don't think that artist wants to be disclosed, so I don't even know the name. Honestly, I wasn't told. Nick has that, and if he wants to share that in the comments or public, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure they want to stay anonymous.
What about the company who's actually printing them?
Yes. So our vendor for the mats is Ophidian, and I'm
Ophidian.
looking.
Okay, that's what I definitely wanted to get at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I'm not sure if it's an artist that they have or if it's an artist that was lined up from Nick or both. I have no idea. But yes, Ophidian's gonna be printing these. It'll be a suede, non-stitched suede playmat, and those to me felt and looked the best.
I do love a good unstitched 2-player. That's what I've been playing
2-player.
on for.
That's right.
Yeah,
so a little different from the RBTs.
Like a decade. Yeah.
Yeah, or the recent
So
RBTs,
I like that it has its own flavor.
Been on. Yeah, it's got its own flavor. It's a different design, but I can see that those avenues definitely, even getting better and improving if we even have like a second round tournament like this, next year or so. So yeah,
it sounds like this it means like it's not going to be the only one.
Could be. I mean, it could be or it could not be. That's up for the players to decide. If this goes smooth, everybody shows out, and it's to be expected of what we expect. Yeah, we want to continue this. And the people that have missed out, that said, "Oh, I'm going to skip that and just go to Chicago," or "Oh, I just need a break after RBT Indy or Santa Clara." Well, they're really going to be feeling it when they see all the excitement and buzz from this event. So I want to give those people a chance to come out to the next one if we do have one. And even like debating switching formats of the focus. Like I know redos popping up here and there.
I love redo.
Wouldn't it be cool if we did, the first real big in-person redo event? I don't know.
You would lose me for the staff. I will be playing.
Well, that's cool, and you deserve a break, David. You deserve a break. Just say.
I appreciate that. I'm working for Indy was some of the most fun, just because you get to be around everybody, you get to be around the whole community and things like that. I just really enjoyed that aspect. Speaking of which, you mentioned it earlier about sourcing the pricing. The pricing is insane. Can you talk about the pricing and how you guys settled on that?
Oh, okay. So Nick wanted my suggestions, and at first we were talking. He goes, "What does the RBETs do?" And I was like, "Man, I think we could do better than the RBETs." And here's why. Okay, is because we have the access to the venue. Okay, so keep that in mind. We have no head costs for the venue whatsoever. Okay, so Nick and I get to talking. I'm like, I don't know. I kind of want it to be better than a place at a Caius. Also, that just sounds like so reused. Like we can come up with something a little different. And my mind was resorting to, hey, let's blow it out. Okay, let's give this to the players. Let's pass all that value that we don't have to invest in a venue rental, and let's pass that down as value to the players that are going to come out to this one, to this very first MWEC. So I was like, Nick, we got to go dark end. He goes, dark end? And I was like, yeah, we got to go. And he goes, how do I even get one? And I was like, okay, since I'm so involved, I don't mind offering my own one in the chance that I can like source one later. Because if you don't know me by now, I buy and sell a lot of cards. And, you know, I'm trying not to get my emotional attachment with the card, but I think I can source another one down the road. And that takes a huge like hard cost away from the event. This is a big enough prize to put out there. People are going to show up for it, but also like it's a lot to give away at the same time. But you know, it takes away from that hard cost. But then let's move on. So that's the first place prizing with a top 16 mat that's going to be exclusive for the event for in the designs that we've shown already on the screen. I'm sure by now. If not, trigger that. But let's take a look at second and third. So second, you get a Ghost first Black Rose. I honestly would put it at near mint, but we're guaranteeing light play cards for across the board or better. And that retails, a near mint retails for like 17, 1800. Light play, maybe 12, 13. So there, I mean, if we weigh it out, you know, that's approximately 1.5K worth of value. Then moving on, so third place, you get a Caius Ultimate Rare. Fourth place, Caius Ultimate Rare. So still, you know, keeping up with those very high end cards. And then fifth, you get a Dark Armed Dragon Ultimate Rare. Sixth, you get a Dark Armed PTDN first. Seventh and eighth, you get Stardust Black Rose Unlim Ghosts. And then from 9th to 16th, you get Black Rose Ultimate and Debris Dragon. So you at least cover your entry fee and a little bit more if you still remain in the top 16. And then you get the exclusive mat along with it. And the whole time, if you happen to scrub out, we're going to be running side events and things like that. And I'm sure you have questions regarding those as well. But yeah, prizing's insane. I cannot wait.
That was actually my next question, was talking about the side events and what is going to be offered. And I know there was talk about trying to finish everything through Top Cut on day one. So do we have plans for day two with any cool side events or anything like that?
Yeah, totally. So we're going to be offering side events at the start of round 3. This gives a chance for players that, you know, do an X2 drop off the bat, that there's something for you guys to do and you guys can still be excited for it. We're going to be offering playmats for those side events plus cash. And if we happen to run out of playmats, we're still going to be running cash, and it's going to be, you know, it's going to be equal. I think it's going to be like the structure is going to be, you know, pay $15, kind of like what you do with Konami. And instead of paying out in like a hamster mat or whatever, we're just going to be paying straight up cash. So I think it's going to be like 15 for 8-player pods. So you're talking 15 times 8 is 120. And we'll probably either give away a mat plus $30 cash, or I don't know what cash that would look like for once we run out of mats, but probably like 60, 70 range to the winner. And then second place obviously gets nothing. So you just got to win 3 matches and you get your prize, and you can rinse and repeat. You can go back and you can sign up for a different format. If you brought some other cards outside of Edison, we're going to be doing GOAT. We're going to be doing Redo. We're going to be doing Tengu, Hat, and Edison pods. Or really, we'll take anything. You know, if you got 8 players to do 2002 Yugi Kaiba, I'm all for it.
So do we have mats for the side events? Like a design?
Yes. So we are going with Ophidian's design. And I don't see this being a thing, but if any VIP mats end up unclaimed, those will also be thrown in the prize pot for side events. But I think those are going to be 100% like all claimed. But if you go to the Ophidian website, we're going to be picking out a couple designs and offering exclusive versions. I think stamped, or if we can't do the stamping, like just offer those mats at like, retail or whatever we get for them. And then offer cash alongside that for first place for the side events. And we are hoping that we can finish the main event the first day and have the second day more focused on side events. We may play some games. We may have some raffles. So stick around. There's always going to be, some things thrown in the pot. We're obviously going to be very happy that people are going to be attending, and so we just want to make this last with many memories, and we want to again push value back to the players as much as we feasibly can. We've got amazing judges for this event too that are willing to travel out, and we're covering costs of travel for them and taking care of them, food wise and things like that once they get there, and we're even paying them for the weekend, which is I think a lot more than normally people would get. I mean, you're judging the thing. Do you think
I am
that this is going to be worth your time? Do you think you're going to have
100%?
fun?
Yeah, honestly, I always say like nothing really matters as long as I walk away with a little thing that says judge on it. I'm happy. Like I just want my little souvenir to put in my room and be like, all right, cool. I have this thing. I have my little memento. That's honest to goodness all I really care about. I just love having a little thing. I was actually going to say, ask about the vendors next, because you said, we judges will be compensated. And if we got good vendors, there's a good chance my money will not leave the venue.
Fair. Yep. So we've got a couple set up. Obviously, we wanted to keep it, a small, good group. But we've got Ophidian. I think they're going to have a couple tables. We have Tyler Jedlicka, who's locked in. He's with Top Table Gaming, so shout out to him. He's going to have a couple tables. We're going to have Epic Cards and Games. Nope, they're out. Never mind, scratch that. We have Sean Boyle locked in. He's coming along. He is awesome. You see him in the retro format group, always bringing the heat. Let me tell you, he's got so much heat, and he's ready to bring it. And then we've got a couple other tentative ones, but again, we want to keep it small. And then we got my boy Russ Hunter, and he's going to be vending more of the non-Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. So he's actually coming for Pokemon and for One Piece, and he'll still buy your Yu-Gi-Oh, no problem. He'll let you trade into Pokemon or One Piece or anything else, but he's going to be geared, and he's a great guy. He's very knowledgeable too, so he's open to chatting and meeting people, and he's from my area in Lexington, Kentucky. So shout out to him for being willing to come. And Ophidian again.
You mean I can finally get my Genesect EXs?
I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm just a Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon!
I know, but it's an older Pokemon. I don't know that one.
Yeah, it just came. It's new stuff for the new sets. Just try to find stuff for the new set. I play a little bit for fun, so I have modern Pokemon because sometimes you got the itch to like play a new game. That will change. So it's like, you know what? Let's do that, because new Yu-Gi-Oh kind of sucks.
Yeah, I don't blame you there, man. I haven't touched it since late 2019 myself.
I did one regional in like 2018, but I quit after Duelist Alliance. That was my breaking point.
Yeah, it started getting dumb for sure.
All right, so last question, because I know you're not playing. If you were to play, what would you be playing in the event?
You guys know I'm a big Black Wings guy, but secretly,
the only reason I was asking is because the Lightsworn stuff.
I've been peeping that Lightsworn heat. You know what I'm talking about, and so Yeah, your boy is on that Twilight or that Pure Sworn, the Rhine-eyed list. That's pretty commendable. But Twilight, though, playing all the good boss monsters, including Dad, yeah, I just like to play with nice cardboard. Anybody that knows that about me, I'll roll up to locals in a really nice looking deck, a very expensive deck, and people that haven't washed their hands, or people's kids have come out, they're all around us, and I'm still sitting there with my five figures deck, and it's just like, holy shit, why do I do this? But it's fun to me.
Why do
'cause
we
it's
why
all
do we
worth
do
it.
this?
Why do we do
Yeah,
this? And then I'll,
the cards are meant to be used.
100% agree with that. Like, I don't like the whole grading aspect, but a card is meant to be played, and I only buy something that I think I'm gonna get use out of.
I'm
Yeah,
kind of the same
put some
way.
perspective.
I have some friends who work at card shops, and they're like, "Man, we graded Yu-Gi-Oh playables. What a waste!"
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
like they graded like an Ulti
staple.
Maxi and stuff like that. Like you play that.
Oh, yeah, like that would have looked so good in a deck, and you're just taking that life from that poor card. What are you doing?
It is what it is. I definitely appreciate your time coming on to talk about the event. I'm super excited to be a part of the staff. I'm super excited to judge, and I'm super excited to hang out with everybody all weekend. I've had a couple people in the comments say, "Hey, can't wait to see you at MWEC." I can't wait to see you at MWEC. All the people in the comment section, all the people on the channel, and you, Mr. Brandon. I'm excited to see you as well.
Thanks. And I missed one more shout out, man. A shout out to our bounty duelists. So one last thing to leave with you guys is we have some secret duelists. Okay, they're not secret. I'll disclose them. We have Gage, which is Nihimnim. He just recently topped Indy, and you were there to see that.
I was there.
That's cool. And then we have Fraser Smith, who's coming out, and obviously we got to take care of him, and he's been shouting us out on his channel, which we are very appreciative about, and so has Gage. And then we have Paul Hobbs, or Ma, in the Discord servers, and he's your commendable local Gladiator Beast player from Ohio that's about to show up and not drop a game. So yeah, watch out for those menacing players, and if you do beat them, you get $50 cash right there on the spot. So yes,
I will say Ma dusted me at YCS Indy at table 1 in like round 8, I think. He got me pretty good in game 3. But he's a good player. He's a very good player.
Round 1, you got matched up with him?
No, round 8 at table 1.
Oh.
We were both 7-0.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, and he waxed me in game 3.
Oh.
Yeah, he hit me with that turn 1 dust shoot, and I got woo.
Sometimes that's all it need to be is a dust shoot. So, but yes, thanks again to David who brought me on the channel today. David, I hope this isn't the last time. So appreciate you having me on.
Oh God, I hope not. We'll have to play some games.
Absolutely, man. Hey, I'm down for that.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.